Hello people, Venom Sasuke here, and we are going to react to the newest death battle between Bakugo and Reze. My Hero Academia versus Chainsaw Man. And before we go into this, please don't forget to support the official release and check out the original video in the link in the description below for the video that's being reacted to belongs to Death Battle. And, yeah. Don't forget to do that. But, yeah. So, yep. Okay, sorry. I know I'm taking a little long, but, yeah. Polls is rooting and betting Bakugo 75%. 13% is rooting Bakugo and betting Reze. And another 13% is rooting, Reze but betting Bakugo. But, yeah. That's what I gotta say. So, let's go. Ooh, okay.
Bakugo versus Reze, the god of explosions versus the bomb devil. He's with my boomstick.
Explosion god versus
bomb
devil.
Skills to find out who would win.
Pretty
a
cool
death
and an accurate description. All right.
Wiz, there's nothing like the smell of napalm in the morning, the rush of the shockwave, the flash of combustion. I love it when stuff goes boom. And no one knows that feeling better than Katsuki Bakugo. When your name literally means power.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So, I know I didn't start talking a lot, but okay. So I'm just like getting all these information. Let's see. Katsuki Bakugo, height 5'8". Wow. Age 25. Oh yeah, because like he's a year older than Deku. Yeah, because the end of series. So yeah. Birthday 420. I got that. 5th ranked pro hero. Quirk explosion. Alias bombshell hero. Great explosion. Murder god Dynamight. Likes winning, blowing stuff up in Kirishima. Probably as a homie.
Powerful bomb? It's no wonder he was born with the quirk explosion. It lets Bakugo create humongous kabooms from his palms. I can only dream of having hands that red.
Quirks are genetic superpowers that most humans are born with. Bakugo inherited his quirk.
You know, when you
from
think
his
of
parents.
shows like My Hero
Specifically, it was a
Academia
combination of his father's
and Ruby,
combustible
it's
acid
definitely
sweat
similar
and his mother's
to
glycerin skin
the X-Men.
secretions.
Making
Only
Bakugo sweat basically like
only difference between
nitroglycerin.
My
And the
Hero and
more he
Ruby
sweats,
and the
the
X-Men.
bigger the booms. His
Well,
parents
technically,
basically
Ruby
made
also
the
shares it with
perfect
the X-Men,
kid.
but like My
Absolutely
Hero
oozing
didn't have
with
to deal
shonen
with
main
racism.
character
That I
energy.
can say.
Bakugo felt similarly. So
Because
much
of,
so
like,
that he
their
started
powers.
bullying his childhood friend who happened to be born without a quirk.
Yeah, okay, he's kind of a snot-nosed turd sometimes, but come on, Wiz! The kabooms! They're so cool!
Quirks are a natural biological feature of a person's body. In the same way that we don't really think about walking or breathing, Bakugo's explosions became like any other limb, especially with his rigorous training.
Bakugo quickly
that
picked
does
up on
make
how
sense.
to use his explosions to obliterate anything in sight, block attacks, launch himself around.
He can
and
react
quickly
super
maneuver
fast,
in
too,
midair
like-
at hypersonic speeds, which requires a ton of focus and on-the-fly calculations.
And despite getting this incredibly dangerous
he has,
quirk
like,
when he was 4,
quick
he
thinking
somehow
and
never
smarts
killed
on it.
himself or anyone else that we know of. Bakugo was truly a prodigy, destined for
Wait,
greatness.
which one of you guys
And
is
his
it? Is your
only
name?
goal was to surpass Japan's
That's the whole
numero
moment right
uno
there.
superhero and his personal idol.
When they're asking
All Might.
him,
in Bakugo's mind, the
hey,
only
team up with
person
me. No,
who
you
wins
definitely team
no
up with
matter
me.
what. Absolute
Then he's like, wait, what are your names in
no
quirks?
problem for the main character.
Except Katsuki wasn't the protagonist that he thought he was. That would be Izuku Midoriya, the quirkless child Bakugo bullied. In truth, he was threatened by Izuku's tenacity despite being quirkless.
Really? That crybaby's the main character? Well, Bakugo's inferiority
That
complex
crybaby's the
would
main
only get worse when
character.
Deku
Ouch.
somehow landed a
Tanjiro.
quirk that was just as cool, and both were accepted to the same superhero high school, UA High.
There, he would learn to be a superhero and fully develop his ultimate move.
Yeah, okay, nitroglycerin-like sweat, quirk factor in palms, can be detonated remotely, has support gear, grenader, bracers, grenades, suppressive heavy mobile units, draft panzer, ultimate moves, turbo speed, stun grenade, explodapult. Explodapult? What the? Okay. Armor piercing shot, howitzer impact, and cluster. Yeah. Okay, so like,
Slank flying
So far,
through the
so
sky
far.
faster than sound with turbo speed.
it's crazy how this episode, like, I remember seeing this episode, like, where it was like so ready when Deku, Bakugo, and Todoroki were about to do a whole race. They was ready to do it all over until Aizawa at the last second stopped and was like, okay, over. Like, bruh, come on, man. Come on, man.
Blinding people with stun grenades, focusing his blasts into armor-piercing shots, or making a big-ass tornado of death.
The howitzer impact involves Bakugo spinning himself in midair with his explosions, building up a tremendous amount of swirling oxygen, and then igniting it all for one hell of a boom.
He's pretty smart when it comes to strategizing mid-fight. He even developed new techniques for his quirk faster than Deku did.
UA High also aided Bakugo's development by preparing him with his iconic Grenadier bracers, gauntlets that allow him to store up his sweat, gross, for prolonged bouts, or to release all of it at once in a single massive blast.
He's also got his hero suit, which helps him sweat faster in order to build up stronger attacks. Or the Strafe Panzer. These badass turrets mounted to his back build up stronger attacks. Or the Strafe...
Because, like, okay, comparing this design and his old one right here, like, his design is so awesome. Like, I remember when I first saw this, and I thought he looked so cool with this one. Even with the guns here, like, that's even cool. Like, come on. Like, I mean, sure, like, the first one, I was like, okay, like, barely, and, like, compared to Deku's outfits. But this one, oh, he's totally cool looking.
Panzer, these badass turrets mounted to his back that store his sweat as ammo. With all of that, it wasn't long before Bakugo made his hero debut, called the Bombshell Hero, Great Explosion Murder God, Dynamite. Hey, I did...
Bruh, if this was like almost like Kill la Kill, like that title would have been going crazy, or like Gurren Lagann, because you know how like certain animes like Gurren Lagann and Kill la Kill, when they do a whole name introduction, they just put up the kanjis and stuff like that. I just thought of that.
The more colons, the merrier.
But despite some early wins, Bakugo failed to live up to his own sky-high expectations. He had the makings of a great hero, if only he could get out of his own way and put the team before his ego.
Especially when he was kidnapped by the League of Villains, ultimately leading Bakugo to blame himself for All Might's retirement. Something needed to change.
So he vented.
I remember, like, you know, when I first started my hero, I like probably some. I did not like him so much. Like, I didn't like him too much as like, cause he was a jerk to Deku. Like, when you started watching the series, like, I could understand. Like, it's like the usual saying of these days. As kids, we grew up with the hero and idolized him. As adults, we totally understand the anti-hero and the villain. And Bakugo, he definitely fits one of those. He definitely fits one of those, like, as soon as the series keeps going. Like, that's how it is, like, when you think about it.
His frustrations in a slugfest with Deku and realized something crucial. That the kind of absolute victory that defined All Might wasn't victory for himself, but victory for everyone.
He was starting to become the prodigy everyone knew he could be. I mean, hell, even while he was unconscious, he kept analyzing the fight he was in and coming up with counters.
Bro, what's going on timing?
Powerful
Like, he was
enough to shatter
thinking, like,
Todoroki's
unconscious,
heaven-piercing
bro.
ice wall, fast enough to keep up with villains like Shigaraki, who can catch light beams,
Light speed.
and tough enough to survive, well,
being dead.
Being turned into a donut. Oh my gosh. If you've seen King Soda and seen his Dry Boys video, when Shigaraki and the League of Villains were trying to recruit Rengoku, Shigaraki just said, Ren Donut. Then the next one, donut, 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 donut. Bro, Shigaraki was going insane. Like that one dude in Death Note, where he's like, delete, delete. Like, bro survived being a donut, bro. And I was about to say this earlier. Like when we saw Bakugo getting kidnapped by the villains, and they thought everyone thinks he's gonna be like Sasuke, but he's like, nah, I'm not turning into a villain. I want to be a hero. Like, and I think there was a video where it describes him like he's not based off of Sasuke. He's supposed to be based off of Grim Jow from Bleach. Like, that's what I think.
Yep, you heard us. Bakugo was killed, dead as a doornail. And then a single bead of sweat floating through his bloodstream detonated and restarted his heart. If that isn't main character plot armor, I don't know what is.
His stamina is perhaps the
Bro pulled a
craziest
Deadpool.
thing about him. After all, he is tanking the recoil of all of his explosions.
Even with the overuse
Oh,
of his
yeah.
blasts literally tearing his body apart, he kept trying to make him stronger, and eventually his quirk awakened.
Essentially, when a quirk evolves to become stronger. Now, by condensing
It's
his
like a
explosions
weaker
into
version
smaller and more
of
powerful
the
clusters,
spiral
Bakugo could enhance
Gurmagon.
all of his techniques.
Like the Howitzer Impact Cluster, a stunning achievement in the field of explosionology, or kaboom theory for the layman.
Powerful enough to shatter the side of a mountain or blow apart Uehai itself. Judging by the school's size,
here we go.
can estimate Bakugo's Howitzer Impact Cluster yielded
Here's the-
over 300 kilotons of TNT.
So large
Given
town level.
Bakugo's whole deal is explosions, it makes sense to science out what a ton of TNT actually is. It's literally the energy contained in 1,000 kilograms of trinitrotoluene.
A chemical compound composed of hydrogen, nitrogen, oxygen, and carbon.
That's the
Show me the other
recipe for
episodes.
kabooms. Now, imagine a
that.
pile of TNT as big as the Empire State Building blowing up all at once. That's Bakugo's Howitzer Impact Cluster.
And these explosions can launch him so fast, it's like time stands still around him.
Like when he covered a huge part of this city in a fraction of a second. Almost
Oh, boy.
400 times the speed of sound.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, they're giving him speed of sound. Like I'm glad they mentioned the light speed, but like they didn't try to mention higher scaled feats like him fighting all for one
That's
yet.
not all.
Okay, maybe
Now
they're gonna.
he can detonate his
Yeah, yeah,
sweat
yeah. Okay, here we go.
remotely and from all over his body, not just his palms.
With all of this crazy bullshit,
Let's see. Blew up a mountainside, vaporized Wolframe's giant metal cubes. He did do that. Outsped Tokoyami's dark shadow, destroyed Uraraka's meteor shower, moved 300,000 miles per hour, displaced the airborne UA high, helped defeat 9 while sharing 1 for all, defeated Deku, Kirishima, Todoroki, Serpenter Twins, and All for One.
Bakugo became one of the strongest heroes on Earth, enough to battle and defeat All Might's lifelong arch nemesis, All for One. Yeah, that's right, the main villain, who's the protagonist now, Deku.
Bakugo literally and figuratively surpassed his childhood idol and proved his mettle as a hero.
Number 5 on the rankings and rising.
Uh-huh.
Not bad, Kachan.
But more important than proving it to his friends, to All Might, or even to Deku, he proved it to himself.
Look at that
Whatever,
smile. Okay.
take that, losers! Sickest quirk in the world over here! Dynamite! Dynamite!
Dynamite!
Dynamite!
Dynamite! Dynamite! Dynamite! Okay, I gotta
Wiz,
chill. I
what
gotta
happened?
chill.
The new
Go.
Skip.
look, there's a chance you definitely for yourself. Don't miss out.
Alright. Okay. Oh boy. Now we're getting to Reze. Okay. I feel like they might put up a higher calc for Bakugo later on. Hoping Bakugo wins though. Like, cause I know they gave him a 300 kiloton feats, and I think they're gonna do the same thing with Reze. But like, I believe they probably didn't do a higher calc for a reason. Like, you know, it's like Heihachi versus Geese, because it looked like Geese had an advantage, but then Heihachi get a 7 times, its feat was 7 times better than the original feat he got, so who knows,
Death,
okay.
War, famine, conquest. Humanity has been plagued by all manner of ills since
Oh yeah, before I get to this, I want to say, like, if any people who have finished reading the Chainsaw Man manga, what did you think of the ending? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Are you still questioning yet you still liked it or hated it at the same time? Like, I'm just saying, like, I actually did finish the Chainsaw Man manga, looked at the last chapter, and like I do see why some people don't like it, but I actually still liked it. Like, I know people saying like, oh, it was a dream looking ending, but to me, I always thought of like X-Men Days of Future Past, because if you don't remember or seen that movie, you would probably see what I mean. But there is another movie where a character is going through a similar thing called I don't know, but the main character was called the Dude. Like, I forgot what it was, but it was almost similar to the ending of Chainsaw Man. So
they
yeah.
first crawled out of the primordial ooze. In the world of Chainsaw Man, there is nothing to fear but fear itself.
Because fear itself is real, and they're called devils.
Literally devils from hell. These monstrous beings are the living embodiments of humanity's worst nightmares, and their power is directly proportional to that fear.
So the chicken
Okay.
devil might be so weak you could keep him as a class pet, like a chicken. But what about the Bat Devil,
Oh, yeah.
or the Ghost Devil, or the devil embodying man's fears of one of the greatest weapons it's ever created, the Bomb Devil?
Little is known about the origins of the Bomb Devil's current host, Reze, if that even is her real name.
She might look cute and kawaii.
Okay, Bomb Devil hybrid, height 5'5", excuse me, age unknown, country of origin Soviet Union, occupation super soldier. Oh man, just like Captain America. Bilingual, can speak Russian and Japanese. At one point, the author's favorite character likes coffee, flowers, Denji, sort of. Okay, that part is really a hard part, because like if you've seen the movie or read the manga, and you telling me Tatsuki Fujimoto's favorite character is Reze right here? Like even after all the Makima stuff? Like that's crazy. Like my boy over here, Denji, is suffering in the manga. Like he was suffering so bad. Like, golly, bruh. And matter of fact, when Tatsuki Fujimoto watched the movie, he says, I wrote this? Bro, you wrote it, bro. Oh my gosh. Imagine being the creator, and then you made that one part happen, and then when you see it get adapted, you're like, I did that? Like, that's wild,
But she's
bruh.
actually a so.
It's literally equivalent to Toji Fushiguro after finishing Geto and Gojo, and going like, wait a minute, Megumi. I remember, I do have a son. Like, that is
Be an
wild.
assassin trained from birth to be one of the deadliest killers on the planet. Basically a Black Widow. A cold and lonely
Black Widow,
existence
but if
for
she was,
anyone, but quadruply
powered
so
up.
in a world as effed up
That's
as
all I can
this.
say.
But all Reze wanted was a safe, normal, quiet life. As much a fable to her as Aesop's country mouse.
Too bad! You are now a walking, talking explosive. Have fun.
At some point, the girl known as Reze was implanted with a fragment of the Bomb Devil and became a hybrid, a human possessing a devil's powers without sacrificing their humanity, transforming their body into a living weapon.
You know, if Dio was in a world of Chainsaw Man, he wouldn't have, like, done something like that. Like, because he did say, I reject my humanity, Jojo! And, like, bro, if he was a devil, that would be even more, like, I don't know, in Chainsaw Man, and he has the ability to stop time, that would be insane. That's all I gotta say about
As
that.
a hybrid, Reze's strength and speed are way crazier than a normal human's. And with her martial arts training, she's a force to be reckoned with up close. Also, Wiz, check out the bomb for a head.
Someone like Reze would eat you alive, literally. Should devils like Reze take any damage whatsoever, they can heal by consuming blood.
And that lets hybrids survive some pretty insane stuff, like having their limbs torn off, getting bisected clean in half, or being roasted alive. Just slurp some blood and they're good as new.
Especially useful considering the Bomb Devil's primary ability is literally blowing herself up. Reze can emit
Hybrid devil physiology, super strength, speed, durability, regeneration, blood drinking, explosions, long range, self-detonation, sparks, propulsive, weapon transformation, torpedoes, dynamite, missiles, hand-to-hand combats. If I have to say there's an advantage for Reze in this fight, she definitely has shown a lot more hand-to-hand, I could say. Although I think Bakugo definitely has, like, some better reaction speed. That I can
explosions
say.
from any surface of her body, even tearing off limbs and turning them into bombs that she can detonate at will.
Damn, that's hardcore! She can use these blasts to jet through the sky at hypersonic speeds, maneuver and redirect herself in midair, and enhance the strength and speed of her blows.
Or
She was
Reze can
going
send sparks
crazy
that
on
can
that I can
ignite the
say.
atmosphere in explosions that tear apart entire cities, making herself stronger the more fear her wanton destruction creates.
As long as the area around her is dry enough to maintain ignition, Reze can create as many explosions as she wants, non-stop.
She can even turn her own body into different types of real-world bombs to massively enhance their power.
Like transforming her leg into a torpedo, or her apron into dynamite. Every single inch of Reze is a living weapon.
This made her
Okay,
feared
I
across
can
the
see
devil
Bakugo
world
doing
as
the
one of
reaction
their
thing, just
mightiest
like Aki
warriors,
did right there.
and the perfect choice to assassinate Japan's newly acquired devil hybrid, Chainsaw Man.
You see, you might not think chainsaws are all that scary, at least not compared to bombs.
Chainsaw's not that scary. Oh, if they've seen Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
But the Chainsaw Devil is special.
Any devil the Chainsaw Devil consumes becomes deleted from reality.
Yeah, now this is what I'm hoping for Yuji versus Denji. Like, whenever that happens one day, I hope it either happens this year or maybe next year, but that's all I gotta say. Like, when they talk about Pochita, and they're definitely going to talk about some part 2 of Chainsaw Man feats. So yeah.
Retroactively erased from humanity's collective consciousness.
And here I thought chainsaws were for boring stuff like trees or Texas massacres. Silly me.
This ability makes the Chainsaw Devil the most important being alive and invaluable for any global power to control.
Except instead of meeting the fearsome chainsaw of legend, Reze met Denji, a dumb, horny teenage boy just looking for anyone, to love.
And for once, Reze actually hesitated. Rather than immediately kill her target, she got to know him and found they weren't so different. Both were used as tools of the state, as weapons of war rather than people. A kindred spirit in a hostile world, Denji wanted to drink up as much of the excitement of life as he could. The town mouse to her country mouse.
And thankfully, he was super easy for a pretty face to manipulate.
It wouldn't be the only time.
Dang nabbit, freaking Makima. Freaking Makima! Like, seriously, oh my gosh, this woman has done so much damage. To my boy right here, like, seriously. Bruh! Like, if, again, manga spoilers.
Reze's nothing if not professional, and she gave Denji one parting gift. To teach him the way devils did battle before he died.
As the embodiment of one of the deadliest weapons known to man, Reze's power is off the charts, capable of creating an explosion more than 400 meters in diameter. That's over 4 football fields long.
To have a blast that size, you'd need to be exploding with over 2 kilotons of TNT.
Oh, okay. Oh,
More than comparable to nuclear weapons, which is really impressive considering.
Okay, so small town so far.
Reze is not the devil of nuclear bombs. That's apparently an entirely separate thing.
Despite her bombs being technically conventional, they're just that strong.
Likely comparable to other powerful devils like the Gun Devil, who could travel across the world and kill millions of people in 5 minutes.
That'd be over 500 times the speed of sound.
Okay, so Chainsaw Man did get a little speed boost. Not as much as JJK with Mahito, but like, it is a little bit higher.
She's even stronger than the Typhoon Devil.
Oh, here we go.
A sentient city-spanning storm.
The literal coughing baby to her hydrogen bomb.
Unfortunately for Reze,
Okay, fought evenly with Chainsaw Man, explosion eclipsed most of Tokyo, killed the Devil Hunter barehanded, can fight while headless, yeah, she can do that, survived losing various limbs, blitzed NG several times, feared by the Typhoon Devil, Fox Devil, and Violence Fiend, defeated Nomo, Kato, Beam, and much of Special Hunter Division 2. Devil Hunter Special Division 2. Oh my gosh. But feared by the Typhoon Devil, and Fox Devil, and Violence. Well, to be fair, the Typhoon Devil is like, you know, did call her Lady Reze. And I believe someone even said, like, Reze is like, you know, probably like higher ranked. And if they probably are going to mention the Typhoon Devil's feat maybe later on in the aftermath. Like, that's all I gotta say about that. But yeah,
Denji took her lessons to heart and proved he was more than a fitting host for the Chainsaw Devil.
He whooped her ass but spared her life, just in case her seduction wasn't a total act after all.
But it wasn't meant to be. Whether Reze chose the
freaking
safe life of the country mouse or the exciting life of the town mouse, there are hungry cats everywhere.
Oh, Makima, what I would give to find someone to kill you.
Reze's dreams of freedom were never realized. She simply changed hands from one cold, unfeeling entity to another. And this time, there was no escape. She was a weapon, a symbol of man's bottomless capacity for malice and self-destruction.
A living bomb.
All right. Whew. Okay. All right. They're probably going to do the same thing with Reze by putting up a higher calc of tons of TNT. And, yeah. And they did boost up the speed a bit. That I can see. But, like, so far from the start, Bakugo has a better firepower compared to her. And, it's definitely faster, too. Now, the thing about it, like, Reze has a lot good regeneration, and her endurance is going to be a tough one, especially with her skill. But Bakugo, the big question, do I think Bakugo can bypass her regeneration? And I believe he does. So, yeah.
The battle's about to start, and I hope you've got
boomstick.
Mother's Day
Okay, we're gonna
didn't
skip
want
Stays clear.
not enough for you.
Celebrate % off the
Using animations without
essential open earbuds.
All right. At some point, past me from yesterday is gonna like try to cut this part out, starting from right here, and he's gonna like do a whole hype up thing like hoodie dude. So once I cut off this part right here, I'm just gonna get this over to him. So yeah, and okay, so I'll wait. All right, Dynamite, time to lock in. Time to lock in. We are gonna lock in today. You are gonna lock in. You're gonna take on this bomb devil, cause you're now a hero. You're gonna show that devil what it's all about. You're gonna show her that that devil may be a very terrifying threat. But look at you where you are now. Look at where you are right now. You got the face of locked in. You showed you're the rival to Deku for a reason. You even took #1 in the popularity. You took #1 in the popularity. Look at you right now. You still got that fit, bruh. Look at you. Look at you now. Look at where you came from. You were once hated. You went from here to here. Now look at you. You're gonna cook that bomb devil no matter what. You are gonna show her what you're made of. You may be no Sonic hero, but you are a hero in this academia. But you are gonna cook this chick. No, she may be he's not gonna be nothing compared to what you faced through. You took down All For One. You even took down the main character in a fight, even before Vegeta or well, actually no, Vegeta and Sasuke came before you. But still, you showed them how to change history. You even changed yourself. Look at this, your evolution right here. Your evolution. You went from this to not smiling. You even showed this smile right here. This smile proves you can be a hero. You can be a winner. Deku's able to take his win. Shigaraki also took his one, as well as Todoroki. You are gonna complete that 3. Your hero All Might may have failed against Might Guy, but you, I believe in you. You are gonna show them what it means. You are gonna show her that you are not a weakling, no matter how many of those memes go through. You are gonna go beyond your limits. You are finna go beyond plus ultra. So make them remember to hear those words. Just ignore that part. But anyways, you are gonna go beyond plus ultra, my guy. You are gonna go beyond plus ultra, no matter what it's gonna do. No matter what she's gonna do, you are gonna go beyond plus ultra, my man. You are gonna go beyond the limits. She's not even gonna expect it. You're gonna outdo that regeneration as big as possible, with the biggest explosion, bigger than the Michael Bay explosion at all costs. That's what you are going to do. You're gonna go do this with a bang. Whether you win or lose, you're gonna do this, my guy. You're gonna do this. You are gonna put on that smile, do that pose, just like you did. You are gonna go on top. You are gonna be #1, no matter yelling from the depths of your heart. You too can be a winner. You are gonna go beyond your limits. Go beyond plus ultra Bakugo. You are gonna go beyond those limits. All right. The song's pretty much about to end. But, yeah. Anyways, tomorrow, Bakugo versus Reze. All on you. I may be rooting both of you as well, but it's gonna be all on you. Gonna be all on you. Alright? You can do it. I believe in you. You too can be a winner. So don't forget those words. To go beyond plus ultra. Never forget that. Never forget it. Okay. Future me, don't forget to put this in. Thank you, younger past me. And, okay. Y'all know who I'm rooting and betting on. I'm rooting both, for sure, but 100% betting Bakugo. Oh boy, because Reze is definitely a very tough opponent. But Bakugo, even though I still am sad that he didn't fight Yang, but, okay. But hopefully, in case if he ever returns to fight her, or maybe if Tifa gets a chance for a rematch, or whoever's gonna fight her again one day, so that I can do an accurate hoodie dude, like reaction. But yeah, without further ado, all right, Bakugo, all on you, buddy, All on you.
All right, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a death battle!
Okay. Let's go Dynamite. Whoa. Okay.
I've been sent to collect your head, Dynamite.
But did Bakugo just
I've been
smile
sent to
on that?
collect your head, Dynamite.
Oh yeah, he's like, oh really? Say less. Okay, this might be thumbnail right here, but who knows? Maybe there could be a better thumbnail later.
Better villains than you have tried, lady. You tell your bosses that after I send you back in a coffin!
Oh shoot! Watch out!
How would I tell them that if I was already dead? Wow, you're quick.
Shut up and die!
Toss that shit! Boom! Boom! Uh-oh!
Damn!
He says, oh man, I can't believe it. Oh shoot! Oh shoot! Oh my gosh! Get him! Get her! Oh my gosh! Oh shoot! Not here, man! Not here! Yeah! Aha! You got that Roy Mustang weakness! You got that Roy Mustang weakness! Yeah!
Move it or lose it, people!
Save me, Dynamite!
Let go
No!
of me!
Don't fall for that! Oh gosh!
Boom.
Uh-oh. Oh gosh!
Leave them out of this!
Oh come on! Oh gosh! Go! Oh snap!
For what it's worth, Dynamite, your blood was delicious.
Here we go. Activating the Gojo.
You bit off a bit more than you could chew! My blood isn't the only thing you drank! It's my sweat you should worry about, dumbass!
Yeah! Yeah, he's getting his Gojo. Let's go!
Howitzer! Impact! Cluster!
Oh my god! Bye bye.
Scratch that. Not enough for a coffin.
Hey! He does that pose.
KO!
Even though he was
Oh,
thin, but
Denji,
he
we're
did
so
that pose.
sorry to hear about your girlfriend that passed away. She gets 5 big booms. Boom! Denji, we're so
What did
sorry
he
to
say?
hear about your girlfriend that passed. KO! Oh, Denji, we're so sorry to hear about your girlfriend that passed away. She gets 5 big booms. Boom! Boom!
Please just
Yep.
shut up. On the surface, these two seemed evenly matched. So let's break this fight down into 3 categories: their speed, their stamina, and their firepower.
If I had to guess, they're probably going to give stamina to Red. Well, actually, in my opinion, I think Bakugo does take stamina, but they're probably going to give Reze that stamina advantage because of her regeneration, and I can see
First
why.
up, let's talk speed.
Both Bakugo and Reze could rocket through the sky at hypersonic speeds and maneuver and redirect themselves on a dime in the middle of fights. To the casual observer, at least, they'd seem to be on par with each other.
So we have to look at the people they've fought to compare.
Yep.
Reze has battled Chainsaw Man, who could match and defeat someone using the Gun Devil's power.
The same gun devil that
Alright.
could literally fly around the world, killing millions of people at over 500 times the speed of sound.
Impressive, but compare that to Bakugo fighting Shigaraki, who could react
Yep.
fast enough to catch light beams with his bare hands.
That's over 1,000 times faster. And that was before Bakugo's quirk awakening that made him even faster than that.
With reaction speed of that caliber, there's little chance Reze could ever get the drop on Bakugo, and would likely be forced to play catch-up in a duel. Speed goes to Bakugo.
However,
Goes to
speed
murder
doesn't
guy.
matter if one couldn't truly hurt the other. A big part of this fight is their stamina.
Bakugo's durability is mind-boggling. He's survived being impaled through the torso and has even brought himself back to life.
But, unlike Reze, his stamina does eventually hit a limit. Every explosion he makes whittles him down just a little bit more.
I wouldn't say it does that. Like, his best stamina feat was like, you know, that start of season 3 when he was fighting for 8 hours.
And uses up more and more of his sweat. Without a break, he can eventually run out.
Whereas Reze can effectively create bombs without respite, and from a distance.
Unlike Bakugo, who usually likes to get up close and personal.
Furthermore, her devil hybrid physiology gives her an actual regenerative healing factor, allowing her to shrug off the same kind of mortal blows that would eventually kill Bakugo, main character
Right.
plot armor or not.
If this ever became a war of attrition, Reze had it in the bag. Stamina goes to Reze.
However, it's unlikely it would ever get to that point. The biggest factor in
Talking
this fight
about
was
firepower.
always going to be the raw firepower.
Explosions! First, we gotta compare
That
their
seems
two
accurate.
biggest blasts. Reze's nuclear light bomb against Denji versus Bakugo's howitzer impact cluster.
And the difference is obvious. Based on calculating their sizes, Bakugo's 300 kiloton explosion was over 100 times more powerful than Reze's 2 kiloton blast.
But that's
Yep.
not all. Remember the Typhoon Devil?
Coffee
I
baby
remember.
or not, to create a storm big enough to cover Tokyo's over 2,000 square kilometers,
number or
he'd
higher?
have to be generating more than 400 kilotons of TNT.
Okay, so basically the same
Greater
amount.
than Bakugo, right? But that's not all. Again, Bakugo's howitzer impact once shattered the size of this big-ass mountain. And despite being earlier on in the series, it was ginormous. Almost
That was
3
like the third
kilometers in
movie.
radius.
Or just over 2 megatons of TNT. 5
Oh,
times
small
more
city.
powerful than the Typhoon Devil, and way beyond anything we've seen Reze do.
And this was Bakugo before
Yo, he's
reaching
doing
his
the
full
all night.
power in his fight against All For One. Bakugo takes the final edge in explosions.
And remember, Bakugo withstands the recoil of all his blasts. So even though Reze had greater stamina, Bakugo was more than tough enough to hang on and get his kill shot, especially with his superior speed.
And devil healing factors can be overtaxed with enough damage. Hell, she needed to drink
Yeah.
blood a couple times against Denji just to keep fighting.
Against someone as fast and powerful as Bakugo, she would not get the chance to heal consistently, or perhaps at all.
And what happens when devils die? They Bakugo to hell.
The winner
Hey.
is Katsuki Bakugo.
Bombshell, hero, great explosion, murder, god, dynamite. Next time on Death
Alright, let's see who is next. Wait a second. Oh, yeah. Oh, Groove versus Megamind. Oh, snap.
Subscribe and join as a member to see more Death Battle. And don't forget to order your very own Wizplug. Subscribe and join as a
Yep, we're gonna be quoting so much next time on that one. But, and crazy thing is, like, they just announced the new Minions movie, and it's with monsters, so that's crazy. But, yeah, that is my reaction to Bakugo versus Reze. And, yeah. Okay, so music sounds awesome. I do think the voices were great. It's a very unique animation with Origin the Hero and Assassin Knight. I believe that's his name, but I think this was pretty solid. This is a pretty solid fight, and I know a lot of these memes are gonna go different and crazy since, you know, I mean, it started with the Chainsaw Man movie, and they're probably gonna go super wild even after this. So yeah. But, yeah, that is gonna be all for today. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to check out the original video, and please support the official release below in the link. Don't forget to support the official release for the video that's being reacted to belongs to Death Battle. Check out the original video for yourself in the link in the description below. And, yeah, that's all I gotta say. So thank you all so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to share with your friends. And yeah. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful day. Bye. And next time, if a Chainsaw Man Chainsaw Man got now that Chainsaw Man's got O2, Denji, whenever you come to fight Yuji, and I hope you do, I'm definitely putting my money and betting on you whenever it happens on Death Battle. Like, no matter what. And because thanks to part 2, hopefully you're gonna get them back up. Because if Ichigo can get your series back, his series back up in getting a dub, I believe you can too. With all that said, thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. Bye.